Okay, hello, my beautiful souls. I want to talk about something that spirit, my angels, my ancestors have brought to my attention. It's about the division of the churches. Okay, I want to explain something to you guys. Okay, if you have ever read the Bible, okay, the Bible was stories of people of their life stories. Okay, and also stories of when they were when they met Jesus. Okay, now a lot of people believe Jesus was God. Okay, um, and the Holy Spirit was all one. You can believe whatever you want to believe in, but what I want to talk about and hit on today is the division of the churches. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you are, because you have to understand religion is just a title. Okay, religion is a title. 111 on the clock. It is a title of an organization, a group of people, okay, that believe what they believe. Okay, now I'm not knocking anybody for what they believe. You believe, if you're Catholic, um, Pentecostal, Methodist, there's so many. I'm not going to sit here and name them all. But whatever journey you're on spiritually is your spiritual journey. Now, I'm telling you, what I know for a fact is when you are in a church, it says to be around like-minded people, okay? Um, but your relationship with God is between you and God, okay? God is within you. He's around you, okay? Now, this I've been seeing a lot of craziness, you guys. Okay. I just turned 44 on Friday. And um the division of what I'm seeing as the breakdown of the church as we know it. Okay. Um Now, for many years, okay, I should have studied theology. I basically studied theology, but not in a way of theology through the educational system. I studied theology on my own, okay? And I know God is within us, God is around us, and our relationship with Him is very important. If you believe in the divine source or a higher source, um, that is on you. I believe there is a higher source. I believe in the divine source. I believe that you are one with Him. You have that one-on-one relationship with Him. He's within you. Okay, God's source is within you, around you. Okay, so you can believe whatever you want to believe in. Okay, and I respect everybody's views, but I see a breakdown of churches, and the reason why I see this is because what's happening is people are not being spiritually fed out here. Okay, when you are going to these churches, they are telling you what you want to hear. Okay, no. Okay, a church, to go to a church and the pastor behind the pulpit, the man or woman that takes this pulpit, just like I'm taking this channel on, okay, and I'm telling you what I'm seeing and I'm hearing, I'm going to be held accountable one day for this. It's called the book of life. We all have a book of life, okay, and we all are at the mercy of the divine source, okay, whatever you want to call the divine source, we're at his mercy, okay. Now, what I'm seeing is people going to churches, but they're not being spiritually fed. So people are deviating from the churches because these pastors out here leading the masses don't even really know the scripture themselves, are not living by faith or sight, okay? And they're out here and they're not feeding people spiritually, okay? I'm going to tell you an example. Um, you remember when John the Baptist, everybody was saying John the Baptist was crazy, right? Because he was dunking people underwater, okay? But then when he seen the divine source in front of him, he knew who he was. So how crazy was John the Baptist? Really, how crazy was this man? Or when Moses was building the ark and everybody thought he was crazy because he was building this boat and he wasn't crazy. Okay. So what's happening is there's a division because the breakdown of the church is there's a breakdown in the church, you guys. I see it. Okay. Now I see churches that are up because of they don't get taxed. So they're just there. They have like a few members. Okay. This is what I'm seeing, you guys. A breakdown of this. But even if you don't go to church, like I said, you have that relationship with God, you and him. Okay. So you can sit down and talk to him, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, 555 on the clock. Okay. Um, I see a breakdown of churches. Okay. And like I said, people are going to church to be spiritually fed. Okay. And they're going there and the preachers are telling them what they want to hear. Okay. If you're out here saving souls to ascend to higher dimensions, you need to tell them what they need to know, not what they need to hear. Okay. And I'm seeing a lot of this. So through my spiritual journey, you guys, it was like I studied theology, but not in the sense of the education. I just was at different churches and I seen the differentness of the churches and stuff like that. And it's just a title. Religion is a title. Remember that. I said that. Okay. Your spirituality, you're one within the divine source, the light source is between you and him. Okay. Not between you and the church. Okay. Now it says be around like-minded people. Like-minded people are other people that think the same way you think, right? But if you're going to church, I'm not going to church to sit in a church and hear what I'm supposed to hear. I need to hear what I need to hear. There's a big difference, okay? And this is where I see the breakdown of the churches, okay? Um, a lot of the churches been commercialized. They have banks, ATMs in churches. I can't believe what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing it. Um, you're giving to these churches and they're supposed to give back to help families in the church, the congregation, and you're seeing the pastor, $1 million pastors. I mean, I can't even make this up. Driving Bentleys, BMWs, living in 8-bedroom houses, and they have people of the congregation that are homeless on the street or barely making ends meet, but they're giving their last tithe to these people, these hypocrites, these liars. Okay, that will be judged. I'm telling you, if you're a pastor out here, you're listening to me, you will be judged. When that time comes and you take that last breath, you will be judged. Okay. Now I hear a lot of people saying there's no hell. Okay. I'm hearing people say this and I'm like, we're like close to hell as we speak in the lower dimension. So imagine somebody screaming, because I did a reading and I heard somebody screaming, nonstop screaming, begging for mercy. And it's too late. And then you're out here preaching to people what they want to hear. No, you need to be preaching what they need to hear. Okay. And what they need to hear is how to save their soul. Okay. Not how to fill the church pockets up and they can drive around in brand new Bentleys, BMWs. I mean, the church has been so commercialized. I've never seen, I won't, to be honest with you guys, I'm just being honest with you. I've never seen what I have seen. I turned 44 on Friday. And what I'm seeing ATMs in churches. I'm seeing ATMs. And you know the churches are not being taxed. funneling money. The one pastor, Austin, for alleged purposes. I'm going to tell you about Austin, you guys. You keep following this man, this wicked, evil man. He had money that he was hiding in the church walls. And see how God wanted people to know who he really was by exposing him, his ass, by the janitor finding the money, and then he gives the janitor money. Knowing Osteen put that money in the walls of the church, and the churches are not being taxed. You guys, what I'm seeing in the future is churches being taxed. This is what I'm seeing, because they can't get money from nowhere else, so they're going to start taxing these churches. I'm telling you, there's going to be the division, a divide in these churches. And I'm seeing it right in front of my eyes. Now, this will happen over time. What I'm speaking will happen over time. You can come back and watch me if YouTube is still up. And I'm telling you, Jennifer Felix is telling you, there's going to be a breakdown of the church. They're going to be taxed. And when they start getting taxes on these churches, the breakdown is going to begin, which it has already begun. If you have ATMs in churches and you're in $1 million homes, if I see any pastor, and I'm going to speak this is female or masculine, and you are you are worth $1 million, TD Jakes, what's the other one? Tyler Perry, for alleged purposes, all of them. I'm telling you, all of them will have a day where they will have to come before the divine source. Okay? You're making millions of dollars off of people. That's not of divine. Humanity, when you volunteer, okay, that's a part of humanity. When you don't ask for nothing in return, no money in return, okay, you're asking people for money that they barely have, okay, and people are following these congregations because they want to feel like they're going to make it to the heavenly realms. That is bullshit. I'm telling you guys, that is bullshit. I'm sorry for cussing, but that is wrong. It's wrong and it's not true. It is not true. Okay, you guys keep believing that out, because you go to church, you're paying your tithes. You can pay your tithes in many ways. Okay, and these people that are so-called pastors that are lying and deceiving you and taking your money, okay, are going to be held at the Most High, because they're taking that pulpit and lying and making all this money. And you don't even know the amount of money they're making because they're not being taxed. But I see in the future the churches will be taxed. And I'm seeing money funneled through the churches. Some of these churches are biggest. They contribute to these political parties. I can't even make this up, you guys. I'm not reading no cards. No cards. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hearing. And it sickens me to the core to see this happening. Yes, I'm calling out pastors. So if pastors are watching me, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, because there's going to be a breakdown on the churches. Because you are not out here spiritually feeding people what they really need to know and saving souls. You're out here filling your pockets. This is why right now I'm not at church today. I'm not going to go to a $1 million church. Can you imagine $1 million church? $1 million church, you guys. Do I need to be in $1 million building for my soul to be saved? No. I sit right here and I talk to the divine source. I lay my burdens down to him. I tell him what's going on in my life. He knows. I don't need to go to a church and give them my money, which they're going to spend on themselves, buy them brand new cars, brand new houses. I mean, this is, you guys, we are in a time of sorrows. I'm telling you, we are in a time of sorrows, you guys. I cannot make this up. The times of sorrows is where everybody, even before before this, everybody's out for themselves. Nobody cares if they see a woman and a child or a man and a child homeless. They're coming in there with nothing, barely nothing, and you can't give them nothing. But they're giving their tithes to you, their last dollar. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy and madness. Now, I do see a breakdown of churches, you guys. I'm saying it. There will be a breakdown of churches. And I do see churches being taxed. Okay, I see them being taxed and I see a breakdown of the churches. Now I'm telling you what I'm seeing with my spiritual eyes. Joel Osteen, Tyler Perry, what's the other guy's name? TD Jakes. TD Jakes is, I see sickness on this man. I see sickness when I see his face. He doesn't have much longer to live for alleged purposes. Okay? And people are dressing up with their best Sunday best to impress who? Other people. Y'all need to wake up out here and live by faith, not by sight. Okay? You can live by sight with your spiritual eyes, but live by faith. And you can have that relationship with the divine source, you and him one-on-one. Okay, I'm not saying don't go to church, but come on, you guys. Wake up. Use your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears. If I'm paying tithes to $1 million church, now first of all, why would they need to build $1 million churches? I mean, come on. A building, you can buy a cheap building and have people in there and saving souls. You're making millions and billions of dollars. You're driving around in brand new Bentleys, Benzes, ATM machines in the church. I mean, church has been so commercialized. It's unreal. And people are like they're sleeping and they're programmed and they're walking into this church with their Sunday best, spending their last dime on this beautiful outfit, beautiful hat to impress who? The pastor and other church people. And then you have these churches that have political views and donating to political parties. I mean, this is sickening, you guys. The stuff I'm seeing is so sickening. But I see a breakdown of churches, you guys. That's all I have to say. And I see taxation on churches. And Joel Osteen was putting money in the church walls for alleged purposes. TD Jakes, I see him passing. And he's taking money he shouldn't be taking. And Tyler Perry is too for alleged purposes. And yes, I am saying this, you guys. This is Jennifer Felix. You can believe what you want to believe, but I'm seeing what I'm seeing with my spiritual eyes, and I'm hearing what I'm hearing with my spiritual ears. You can have church in your own house. Your relationship, God is within you. God's around you. So that's all I have to say on that, you guys. So I am sending you guys light and love on this beautiful day. Love and light. Jennifer Felix. Bye, you guys.